Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. It is April 17th. I got a few messages for you. It comes with the territory, said one of these narcissistic masculines. The curator and his friend over there is talking about some kind of a time warp, which is an imaginary distortion of space in relation to time, whereby people or objects of one period can be moved to another. Is an anomaly, discontinuity, or suspension held to occur in the progress of time. And there's something about the military. We've seen recently where politicians or military, I don't even know who's actually doing it, but there has been a few people out there talking about that we have the actual technology to time travel. They've been saying this recently. I believe that in a previous cycle, the seers and the oracles were probably moved back to the Salem Witch trial days, and then, you know, what happened. And there has been a change of command in this particular realm, and I don't know that these ones have control over that technology any longer. It sounds like it may be under a different command. I was trying to think of the 3 R words that I had thought of yesterday, and then I heard resurrection. Now the resurrection is Easter Sunday, and this year it's April 20th, the resurrection of the Christ. The 3 words were, or are, recover, reconstruct, and restore, and I believe that this is what the resurrection is bringing for us in this cycle. There's something about Arizona, and then there was a guy saying, go on up there right now. And the curator is still talking about appetizers for their black hole soul. They need to feed it light in order to bring balance to it, because they lack the skills to transmute their own darkness. So they're dependent on batteries. They have their eye on a specific soprano, which is a high-ranking and apparently military person. They're asking each other if somebody is registered. Somebody said, close it. And then they said again, close out the cycle. Something or somebody has been ordained. They're talking about the largest tunnels. They really want to shut this edifier up, this new teacher. They don't want this person or these people talking to the youth or to other people about what they know, what they've experienced, what they've seen. They don't want them shifting the perspectives of these people, because it's destroying their stronghold over their minds, their hearts, and their energy. Something is $10, and they're talking about a parking ticket. I thought I heard a masculine say, calm down, Lisa. These ones are talking about breaking it, and it's somebody's soul tie. They want her alive, a masculine said. So they want to KID nap this edifier. They want to replace her with an exact duplicate who will then follow their command and their itinerary regarding teachings of the people. There's something about 39. They could be of 39 years of age, and there's something about body language. They want to make sure that this actress or actor gets it right. Does he have a credit card with us? One of the masculines asked. So they might be trying to duplicate this masculine. Yeah, a younger said, or it sounded like it could have been a different species, because the voice was not natural. They're talking about sedating somebody, using a sedative. Stabilize her, they are instructing. And then this is a consciousness battle. He stabilizes everybody, they're complaining. So he who has all authority, the risen Christ, is stabilizing the light-bearing people, the earth angels. So their minds are stabilized. And he's returning all of that instability to those who it belongs to, who put it out there in the world. And now they're having to be stabilized by their own nefarious support system. They're talking about compensate. They have a need to compensate. And they're also talking about corruption. We got special doctors out there too, he said. So stay out of the hospitals, because they own the hospitals. They can sedate you and then inject you with whatever. This is a crooked system, and they're looking very, very intensely at obtaining people. What army? Someone was asking. He knows about it, someone said. There was somebody seated, hiding her face from view. She was using an invisible pen, like she was writing in the air, you know, like children sometimes do with their sparklers. And it was though she was instructing them to write their messages back and forth to each other rather than speaking, insinuating that they were being heard or listened to. There's something about a mandate, an official order to do something. This is the authority to carry out a policy or course of action regarded as given by the electorate to a candidate or a party that is victorious in an election. She's beautiful. She exercises. There's something about brushing your teeth. Identical, someone said. They're looking to replace an original who has been elected, who has won an election. They're looking to replace this person with a clone or a mask wearer who will follow their own itinerary. It sounds like they want to take this original to Arizona for their mad scientist experiments with their special doctors. Why don't you talk to the tap dancer? Someone said. In mobster slang, a tap dancer is a person who can be used, manipulated, or exploited to achieve a specific goal. It is someone who is easily influenced, similar to a puppet or a pawn. To be under someone else's control, unable to resist or act independently. It sounds like it's a programmable or chipped human that they manipulate into doing nefarious deeds for them. They're saying that you are heterosexual. So they're thinking of targeting you with a knight in shining armor or a pretend princess, a programmable. And they sexualize everything, so be wary of this. This statement doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. It said, by the younger, larger of this group. And someone said, the Lord has ... Talk about it, someone said. And then another said, this is what they're going to do. I wouldn't answer, said one of these masculines. There's a query happening. Something about a year ago. Something about a voice. Something about music. Somebody is asking, what does the tattoo say? Self-replicating batteries is a discussion with these ones, and this is how they view humanity, a commodity, a self-replicating battery to be used to extend their own miserable existence and bring balance to their black hole soul because they lack the capacity or the intelligence or skill to transmute their own darkness. The divine said several months ago that this is the end of their relationship with batteries. A perpetrator, they're talking about, which is a person who carries out a harmful, illegal, or immoral act. They're saying that she has to be innocent. The curator is saying this. They're looking for energy sources to heal their black hole soul. They got to do a harmful act, throw them into the south node, and then feed that yummy goodness to their black hole soul. They don't care who these energy sources are, these batteries, but they really need, the one that they really need has to be innocent. Apparently, their God or whatever needs a pure host that is powerful enough to embody the energy that they hold, this darkness. So they do want to harvest the merchandise of the earth angelics. So they're out here being a threat still to society. The curator is talking to some more of his friends about ethnic differences. This edifier, this new teacher, is teaching in a way that they cannot bring themselves to accept. You see, these ones desire to continue religious hatred, religious war. They want to continue this separation and this desire that they have programmed into people to shed blood in some kind of a ritual, a war ritual. They want to continue this war ritual of bloodshedding and hatred. And they want to use this edifier as their toilet. And they want to genetically, use her to improve their own genetics. So that's what I got for you. I hope that this clarifies something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.